was thousands of people in this arena in Phoenix, and so I have a security guard who is with me, and I usually give him a little bit of heads up which direction I'm going to head. He just kind of stays about 10 feet behind me, and I head up, and so I just am looking around the sanctuary, and I just go, I can't even say that I feel Spirit-led necessarily, because I just go like, I guess I'll walk there. Now, I do believe God is Spirit leading that, but in that moment, I'm just kind of going pick, and I'm going to go there. So I pick a random place in the arena. It's even in layers. You know what I'm talking about? So there's this set of seats, and then you go up to another floor, and then you go up the next risers of seats, and then the next. I just keep walking. So I'm talking. The spotlight's on. I'm still talking to the audience. I'm walking up. I get to a place, and I wish I knew how many stairs I'd taken. Y'all, exactly the number. I mean, whatever it was. Say I had walked up maybe, say, 34 steps. I get to a step and I turn around like this, and so I begin to tell myself, I'm just going to ask for it. Does anybody have a testimony? I said, I always pick an area of the group. Anybody just want to speak back into this? Anybody got a testimony of a time that you really believe that God has taken a scar and rewritten it into a signature of Jesus? And so I'm right there. I turn like this. About three, I'm gonna say four, I'm gonna get it in my head, about 4 people down. I look over here, and a young woman, her eyes are this big, and she's holding her hand up like this. I mean, like, she looks like, I cannot even tell you, like she's seen a ghost. She holds her hand up like this. And so I immediately, she's the first person I see, so I ask her to stand up, and I always have to stand up, come over to me. They tell what their name is, where they're from, and then they give us their word of testimony that they have. Well, when she starts walking over to me, I begin to see. And she's got on either a sleeveless or a short sleeve blouse. And on her right arm, as I live and breathe, was the deepest scar I have ever seen in my life. So deep. I wish you could understand. I wish I could make this really, really clear to you. Have you ever seen a scar that went so deep that literally the flesh is going like this and then coming back? I mean, deep down in, and it is almost all the way around. She walks over to me. Well, I'm already flabbergasted, because there would have been one person in that arena that had a scar like that. Anybody getting that with me? And that was this one. I mean, maybe not, maybe they're right, but I mean, this was like, whoa, it was right out there. It was, how many scars could everybody in the room have seen on the Jumbotron? It was that obvious. She comes over to me and she begins to tell me a story. Her mother is sitting right there in the chair beside her, and her mother is just bawling because when she was a child, she was mauled by a dog. And so her parents, of course, they're such wonderful parents, they couldn't control that she'd just gotten in a situation where a dog had attacked her. The dog was on her before they knew what to do. Of course, the dog is removed, but the child, that dog nearly tore that child's arm off. I mean, it just was unbelievable. Well, you can imagine, just almost incapacitated the arm. In order to repair it, she lost so much muscle in here that they had to really figure out ways to strengthen the arm up again. And so the dad, such wonderful parents, and the dad asked one of the specialists, he said, tell us anything. We'll do anything. But we want her to be able to use her arm normally. We'll work hard. You tell us something to do, we'll do it. What would be the best possible thing we could do to build that child's arm up again and to get muscle strengthened back in that arm again? He said, well, you want to know the honest truth? He goes, I'm begging you for the honest truth. And he said, violin lessons. And he said it would be the hardest thing she could ever do, because he said the way she would have to pick her right arm up would in the early days would be impossible for her to do. And then she'd have to get it higher and higher and higher and higher. But in trying to play the violin, just get her violin lessons. If you want to know, and I'm putting words in their mouth now, what would be the most frustrating thing they could possibly put her forth to doing, that she would probably feel like for a very long time, I'll never get this, I'll never be able to do this. Put her in violin lessons, and that's exactly what they do. And so they begin, I mean, as a small child, start her in violin lessons. And she looks at me, tears are in her eyes. Her mother is bawling her eyes out over here. And she looks at me, y'all, I've got chill bumps all over my arms telling you this. She looks at me and says, I am a concert violinist. Dear God, loves Jesus so much, professes him. Her scar had been taken by Jesus and turned into music, turned into song.